We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on within these charts. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home number 2 that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 10:30 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with the SPY stock doing a full transition from bright green bars to red bars on Friday, and back up to bright green bars and hitting red bars once again. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, back under a bear indicator here at 521.65 in the middle of the volatility today on the 30-minute, and doing a full transition from bright green bars to red bars. If this weakness continues to the downside, the last piece missing of the transition would be white with red borders, just like it did right here back on the chart in last week's trading from Tuesday to Wednesday. And it got a bull indicator from that 515 level, hitting highs up here of 522. Bear indicator canceled out by a bull indicator in today's pre-market, came back up to the resistance of 522.50. We talked about this over the weekend and on Friday, and here it is rejecting double top and coming back down in this tight range. So we're going to break down the key levels I would watch and what's going on with the inflow versus outflows in just a moment. Now, it wasn't just a SPY under a bear indicator. You have the QQQ here with a bull indicator, but in this tight range, if this weakness continues, a possible bear indicator can pop up on the 30-minute, because when we zoom into the 10-minute and 15-minute, we could see a bear indicator here on the 15-minute at the 443.50 level, and the 10-minute has one as well. Now, when we go ahead and zoom back out to the 30-minute and look at Tesla, lots of strength here all day, but back under a bear indicator at 172. I will be watching this going into tomorrow if it breaks support and continues the weakness into tomorrow's trading day. And here we have Apple, full strength here under a bull indicator pushing up to resistance of 187. And you have Netflix with the same thing as well. Through the chop with a bull indicator. And we have multiple stocks here trying to fight and hold support while you have the SPY and QQQ dropping. And this is going to be critical going into tomorrow if it could start to pick up and cancel this bear indicator. I will be watching that closely going into tomorrow and the rest of today's after hours. So definitely something to not ignore. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here a bull indicator, right? Canceling out that bear indicator from 520, popping up here at 521. And it's going to be crucial and critical to get back above those levels to justify any further move to the upside and for inflows to follow. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we can see here a bear indicator dominating for most of the day at the 522.23 level, and it dominated every time it tried coming back up. It quickly rejected and continued to test key support levels. Now, it fought here at critical levels from Friday, right around the 520 level. It got a little bit below it and quickly came back up. And here it is fighting in the after hours, trying to hold up and pushing upwards here at the 520.77 level. Now, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with outflows dominating here in the first half of the day. And you could see that weakness reflecting for most of the day in these charts. When it finally slowed down and inflow started to pick up, it is actually flat, right? It's fighting to hold support, but these inflows have not crossed the midpoint just yet to start to reflect that strength into these charts. So that's something I'm going to be watching here the rest of these after hours and going into tomorrow. Now, when we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here how outflows dominated all day, and they're still dominating below the midpoint and red, right, at negative 0.73. Something I will be watching closely here if it could start to pick up and switch from red to green. If it continues to pull downwards, we can retest key support levels and a full transition may happen here, continuing from the bright green bars down to red bars and the last piece missing of white with red borders. So I will be watching that closely here going into tomorrow. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, you could see the chop here and how inflows tried to pick up here at the end of the day, quickly rejected, continuing things flat here and sideways as inflows are fighting to come back up. If this turns back down from green to red and it starts to reflect that weakness into these charts and roll the weakness over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, pulling it down and outflows continuing to dominate, the first support is 519.50. If that gets broken through, the next level I'll be watching is 518, and then below that is 516. To the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to start to pick up, start reflecting that strength into these charts, start a staircase effect and getting bull indicators in the process, roll it over into the 30-minute as it's really close there to the midpoint, and the first resistance is 521 in this tight range, currently sitting at 520.75, and then above that, I'll be watching 522, and then the 523 to 525 area. Those are the key levels to the upside. Now, another home run that we caught today, I actually didn't mention it after in the home run section of the video. It was GME, guys. We mentioned this one early on in the morning near 8 a.m. in the pre-market when it was sitting sideways here. And from that $22 level, and inflows were above. You could see here on the 30-minute. You could see it in the volatility of the 15-minute where it slowed down and started to pick back up. It hit highs here of 18.38, and it actually went ahead and jumped up from that $22 level to $24, $26 before the opening bell, and bounced up to a high here of $38. So these are the opportunities that we strive for every single day. Join the community. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us and getting you connected over to our 42 vision indicators and becoming part of the Discord. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside on the SPY. The inflow versus outflows and bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. I will watch them very closely going into tomorrow. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.